Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. That time again. It's been 3 months. Project Pan update. So the last 3 months have honestly felt like a fever dream. I don't even recall using my makeup that much. I don't remember applying makeup that much, but I made a significant dent in our project for the last 3 months. So I'm going to start off with the products that we set a goal for. We had the Relove Concealer, which I set a goal for 30 times. Relove Blush, 20 times. And the Soph X Revolution Extra Spice Palette, that was 15 times. So let's go ahead and start with that because I made a bit of progress. So starting off with the concealer, we used the Relove Super Concealer. Honestly, one of my favorites. And this is a sad day because I had to pull the stopper out and we're finished. Look at that. It's finished. There's still like a little bit of product like on the applicator and a little bit up the side. So I think I'm gonna just try and scrape all of it out, but I'd say this is done. I used it a total of 21 times. So we didn't quite get to 30 uses because there wasn't enough product in here, but I'm so happy that we actually finished something because it always feels good when you use a makeup product to completion because it means that you spent your money really well, and I really like this. Unfortunately, we do not sell this in South Africa, so I'm gonna have to wait until I next go to the UK to load up on this again, but I loved it. It was a great product. I'm wearing it today. Looks gorgeous, serum-like, would recommend, and I'm so happy that I had this in my project pan. It always works out better when you use products that you actually like. Really happy with this, and it's a success. Next, we had the Relove Again by Revolution Blush Duo. I got mine in the shade Daydream. I used this quite a bit, and you can kind of see like I've made a dent in the wave over there, but not a lot of progress has been made because literally you need 2 taps into this and you get a full cheek of pigment. So very pigmented. I still really like it, and I'm going to keep it in the project pan, or in my project pan, for the rest of the year. We only have about 3 months left. The highlighter wasn't in the project, so I didn't have a goal for that. It was in the project. I'm lying. It was in the project, but I didn't have a goal set. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later. I used this a total of 17 times, which is quite significant. But like I said, I love an orangey peachy blush, and it just goes with everything, and it goes with my skin tone really, really well. So I'm going to keep working on this for the rest of the year. I don't want to add too many new things in because obviously we have 3 months left. Some things we'll have to replace, like the concealer, but really happy with the progress I made on this. Not significant, but I still really like the product, so we're keeping it in. My goal for that was 20 times, so I used 17 out of 20, which isn't bad. Next product, don't mind how dirty it is. It just always gets dirty no matter what. And that is the palette we've been using, which is the Soph X Revolution Extra Spice. I actually hit pan on a shade this morning, only a little baby pan you can see in the middle over there. I already hit pan on that, so this is a new pan. Really happy with this. I had a goal set for 15 times and I used it 17 times, much more. Again, I am wearing it today and I really love it for an everyday look because I can go either leaning pink or orange, or it's just very, very, very versatile. I love the shade over here. I love the shade here. I love the shade here. So it's very useful when you like the shades. And because this palette is so old, again, I am going to keep it in my project until the end of this project. Really happy with that progress, and I think setting goals does help me use a little bit more of the makeup. Ultimately, I think I made great progress. So let's go ahead and talk about kind of rolling products, because there's one product I am going to roll out just because I'm not loving it as much as I thought I would. Anyway, let's start with primer. I love to go in the order of how I kind of use them. With the primer, we had the Collection Fit Hit Cooling Primer. This honestly is more like a silicone primer, and I don't hate it and I don't love it either. It smells really good, so I don't mind using it. It is pretty moisturizing, so my oils come through quite quickly. So I think this is directed for more dry skin type, where I am more oily. So it's not done anything significant for me, but I still enjoy using it because it smells really good and it is smoothing on the skin. I don't really feel the cooling personally. As you can see over there, we've made quite a bit of progress. I try to use this every single time I do my makeup when I'm not doing a specific theme to video. I use this all the time and I really love the smell, like I said, so that helps and motivates me use it. But I think that's quite a bit of progress that we've made, so really happy with that. I used it a total of 15 times. Next, which is the product I'm thinking of rolling out, is the foundation we had, or skin tint, and this is the Rimmel Kind and Free. I got mine in the shade 410 Latte, and it is slightly too dark for me. I did make quite a bit of progress. However, like I said, it's just not sitting really well on my skin at the moment. I think it's because we're coming into warmer weather now, so it's just already, I can feel it's tacky again, and I powdered the hell out of it and it's starting to get tacky again. So it's not great for what I like, and because I hate my hair sticking onto my face, this is just too moisturizing for what I like. In the winter it's great, but now rolling into summer I think we need something else. But again, like I said, great progress, probably the same amount as, even a bit more than the the primer. Oh my gosh, use your words. So yeah, I'm very happy with the progress I did make. It's feeling a lot lighter, but I'm gonna roll this out, I think, and we'll get into roll-ins at the end. I used this a total of 10 times, so not as much as I want to, but I need a little bit more product because it is darker than my skin tone, so I have to take it down my neck. That's why I used a little bit more, but it's not great. I still love the texture of this and the way it makes my skin look, but for oil control purposes, this isn't great. Okay, moving into the cream bronzer I have had in the entire year. So we had the She Glam, it's all come off, but this little contour stick in the shade Cacao. I'm going to roll this out. I used it a total of 15 times as well, but it's now, I haven't used it in a couple of days or even a week or so. It's now really, really dry. I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's like very waxy, very dry, because I just think it's at the end of its leg. I'm going to call this done. I mean, it can't twist up anymore. It's basically done and I'm having to dig in. Let's call this done, and another empty that we finished doing this video. It took me the entire year to finish this, but I'm really happy that I made a lot of progress. I'm not as excited to use it because I'm having to dig it out. It's lifting my foundation because it's just changed in formula because it's so old. The lid is cracked, so I guess it's been oxygenated. What would the word be? Oxidized? It's oxidized, so I think the formula has slightly changed. Yeah, I enjoyed working with this. I enjoyed the formula. It was really one of my favorites, so it wasn't hard to do this, but it's time to retire this and bring in something else. So I had this Sephora powder in as well. I didn't count how much I used because it goes so quickly. It's so loosely packed, and I've made a significant amount of progress there. It's at the point where it's difficult to swirl my brush in it. I'm still making progress on this, still enjoying it, wearing it again today. I didn't really count how many times I used it, but obviously with the comparison pictures you'll be able to see just how much I used. So this went really well. Still gonna keep using it until it's finished. Then the bronzer. I'm not gonna lie, it's also been in since last year and I'm not loving it anymore, but I'm still just going to keep it until the end of this project because I don't, like I said, want to start an entire new project for 3 months. We had the Soleil bronzer. There's no actual shade in this, but that is what it's looked like. It looks like it's huge because it's face and body. Again, the hole is getting bigger. It's getting to the point now where I just don't feel like it's pigmented enough again. On camera, it actually looks fine, but I'm having to like dig in and really get it out. I think it's slightly hard panned. I'm just going to keep it in for the rest of project, but I don't enjoy it that much as I did in the beginning. So this I used a total of 18 times. Again, I use this all the time when I'm not using like a specific brand of makeup, because you know my videos are centered around focusing on brands because there aren't that many new launches at the moment. I'm just going to keep working on it, but it's not my favorite and it's definitely going to be rolled out next year. Then we'll circle back to the highlighter in this Blush Duo palette by Relove by Revolution. You can't even really see any significant progress, but there's kind of like a bit missing over there. And this I didn't use much. I don't use highlighter that much. I'm not even wearing any today, and I used it a total of 10 times, which is more than I thought I did, but on video it does really look nice, so I usually just pop a little bit of this on, but nothing significant here. I'm going to leave it in again because we don't want a whole new project. Lastly, we have the setting spray. So the setting spray has actually gone pretty fast because, like I said, I use it to wet my brush when I'm doing eyeshadow, so this has been quite easy to use. I did also put it on my face today. I do like set my makeup. It kind of just, if your makeup's looking dry and cakey, this can help, but it doesn't help your makeup stay put. It kind of gives you that glow back, which is not what I love in my setting sprays, just because I am an oily skin type. But I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that because it's faded. July we were up here, October we're down there, and we are close to finishing this. So I'm going to keep working on it. I'm not going to roll anything else new in for this because I have a few that I'll just jump between, but we don't need anything specific that we're working on. I just worked on this because I didn't really like it that much, and this is the easiest way for me to make use of a product without it going to waste. But that's all the progress we've made. I'm very excited. I think I did a good job, and I think it will be better in the next 3 months. I'll probably be able to make dents in most of these because it's summer and I go out a lot more, I film a lot more, I just do a lot more things than I do in the winter, so it'll be easier just to make use out of this. But let's go ahead and talk about new roll-ins. So I only have 3 roll-ins, and one is kind of irrelevant, but I thought I'd just chuck it in here because the progress will help me stay motivated. But to replace our concealer, because this is basically finished, I have like a little few dregs in there, but it's also drying out, so don't know how long this will last. But to replace this, I'm going to roll in the Catrice True Skin Concealer, and I have mine in the shade N32 Neutral Biscuit. It's a little bit light, but I think it will look nice with the foundation that we're rolling in. So I am not going to set a goal for this. I just think maybe I should. Actually, I think I'm going to. So my last concealer, we had 30, so that was a bit much. So let's do the 20. So I just need to write it down, otherwise I'll forget. So for the concealer, we're gonna set a goal for 20 times. That will actually, yeah, it might make a nice dent. So this is basically full. I think I've used it a total of like maybe 4 times, so it's full. And yeah, let's see what kind of progress we can make on this. For foundation, again, I'm not going to set a goal for this, but it will just be my go-to everyday foundation, and it is the Uoma by Sharon C Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. I like the shade, I love this formula, but they no longer sell it, so I might as well throw it in here and get as much use of it as I can, as much use out of it as I can. And then I'm bringing in a mascara, just because this is my oldest mascara. So it is the Big Lash by Revolution. A lot of this is Revolution, but I just really want to use this up. It's still, I'm wearing it today. It's still pretty good, and it's coming to the end of its legs, so I think it would be a good idea just to keep using it until it is finished or completely dried out. That's everything I have for this week. Honestly, I love project pans. I'm toying with the idea of not doing it next year just to give it a break, but that's to be seen. Again, we'll see how we feel in January, how the content calendar looks. But yeah, I am enjoying it more this year, and doing less frequent check-ins. It gives me time to make actual progress, and it doesn't like demotivate me so much that thinking like, oh my gosh, this is never gonna finish. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the project pan train still. So let me know what you think. If you think I should do another project pan next year, it just helps use your makeup and not just sit in the basket on the side. That's everything from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for notifications every time I upload. And also let me know in the comments what makeup products you've used up this year. But other than that, I'll see you all next week. Bye, guys.